All right, once again, well, not once again, this is the first time. Dr. Tiff has really extended her time. I appreciate it. DJs and Entertainment here with Dr. Tiff Sings. Dr. Tiff sings. When did you first started singing?
So I was actually 4 years old. So I was walking across the couch singing Superwoman by Karen White, and my aunt heard me singing, and she just turned the TV down, and she was like, "Oh my God, this girl can sing." So then she called my family. So when we were growing up, our family lived really close in this neighborhood. So she called everybody over to my grandmother's house and had me standing up with my 4-year-old self. I was so scared. And I sung Superwoman, and they just went crazy, like, "Oh my gosh, she can sing, she can sing." So that was the first time I realized that I could I am not. I am from St. Louis, Missouri. Yes.
I'm sorry. What? Well, of course, the next question is, what brought you to Kansas City?
um, a job and wanted to start over.
Okay.
So I've been here for, it'll be 5 years in July. And so I'm here now.
You're doing a very great job.
Thank you.
At doing it. With that, I know you've been doing it since 4, and you're only 20 now, so
Thank
it's
you.
only about 16 years, just barely. I offered her a drink, but she's like, "I can't drink now." But with that being said, 16 years of experience, we're going to go with that. Can you share maybe a couple of experiences that have stood out to you that were meaningful?
Yes. So I started off really just like singing around the house, and then once I got into high school, I started singing with every choir that there was. So there was gospel choir, show choir, regular choir, any type of choir, any ensembles. So I started doing that. And then I actually went to school for a year for music, but life situations happened, and I had to stop and make a career change after that. But that's how I started off singing around the house, and then singing in high school. And then I joined a church, and I started singing with this group called JT and Rebirth, and we traveled like everywhere, like anywhere you can think. We traveled. We sang background behind a lot of national recording, gospel recording artists. And then in like 2011, he suddenly passed away. So we tried to keep the group going after that, but it wasn't the same for me. So I gracefully bowed out, and then I stopped singing like in that capacity for a while. And then maybe a couple years later, I became the praise and worship leader for my church back in St. Louis. So I did that for 6 years. Then I moved here to KC. I joined another church, was a part of their praise and worship team. And then, what was that, 2 years ago, I did record a gospel album. And it is available on all digital platforms. It's under Tiffany Whitt, and it's titled The Fight Within. I am getting away from that gospel genre and trying to really get into more of R&B and inspirational. So I will be working on new music, but I haven't started.
teaching gospel. Of course, all great singers start in gospel groups. But you have your own album.
Yes.
What was the inspiration?
So at the time when I wrote the album, I was like really, really deep into church, and I always promised my grandmother, who passed away 3 years ago, that I would record a gospel album. So really, she was the driving force behind all the music. I wrote every song on the album, and yeah, that was pretty much it.
That being said, how can people get in contact with you? Because not only do you do the gospel, you're just a singer.
Yes.
You're a singer.
Yes.
We'll put it out there. You're a singer. So all
Yes,
good
I am.
music gets its due from you.
Yes.
How can people get in contact with you or see you around town?
So I have a lot of things coming up here in Kansas City, and I usually post all of that on my social media pages. So my Instagram is Dr. Tiff, Tiff Sings, Sings. You can also follow me on Facebook at Tiff Sings, and then on TikTok it's also Dr. Tiff Sings. But like I said, I usually post all of my events on my social media, so that's how you'll be able to get in contact with me.
Once again, DJs and Entertainment thanks you again. We got the sound right on this one. That's an inside joke for anybody. Appreciate it. Shout out. You have been officially documented. 50 years from now, they will be able to hear your story